This is episode 13.
Episode 13 already?
Episode 13, yes.
Jesus.
Welcome back to the Earth Boys podcast. My name is Emmy.
I'm Jaden.
And today is a lovely day. Wonderful Tuesday, January 16th of 2024. It's crazy, man. It's already past 2 weeks. You know?
Yeah, bro. I mean, honestly, it's weird because this year's just feeling like an extension of last year, to be honest. It's just the same.
Right, as if this is the 13th month of...
Yeah, that's all it's feeling
right.
like. Or the 36th month of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, what?
Huh?
Dude, did I tell you know how we were talking about iPhones and like the charging cables?
Oh, yeah.
I was at work and then one of the bartenders asked me if I had a charging cable. And I'm assuming it was for a customer that was like close to where the line is, right? In the back of my mind. It was so weird to me, and I was like, all I replied was, "Why? Who's not charging their phone when they're at home?" Like, no, I'm not gonna like even if I did have a cable, I'm not letting some random effing stranger use it.
Yeah, well, we have in the closet we have the dedicated like charging station thing for the pads.
Yeah.
So whenever guests tell us that they want to charge their phone, I mean, for us it's no problem. We have so many cables back there that like I can either go to the front and use the iPad cable, or I can go to the back and use one of those cables.
Still, it's like, no, fuck yourself. Like, I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah.
Even if I did have a charging cable, not happening.
Well, I feel it because you know me, I'm the person that leaves the house with 12% battery.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't give a fuck.
In that case, though, like, I look at it as like when people run out of gas, like it's 100% on you.
Oh yeah, well I like to play that game because I'm psycho, but I've already accepted that if I get stuck somewhere, like that was my own doing, and I cannot blame anyone else but myself.
What is your phone percentage right now?
Right now it's at 53%.
That's high.
That's very high.
And then you're the guy that puts $20 in their gas tank every time just because they don't want to spend the money, right?
Well, if the light turns on, I'll drive it for 2 days because I know I have enough to get to work and back for 2 days.
That's insane.
And then once the needle gets halfway through the very last line, then I'm like, okay, I for sure. If I park the car and turn it on the next day, I'm not gonna make it to the gas station. And you know it's just like 300 meters away.
Yeah.
Like it's not that far away. So I'm like always on the line, you know.
And see me, I'm the person that leaves my house fully charged. I leave. Well, like right now, I think I filled up my gas tank probably about a week ago.
Yeah.
And I've only used like 45 miles on the tank.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's funny when people are like, can you help me out? It's like, help yourself out, buddy.
Yeah, it's like you're the one struggling out there.
I know that's insane to say. You know, it's something so little, but it's true in any facet of life. Help yourself, buddy. I'm not fucking helping you. Or like when I have my phone battery on me, like the little, you know, the one that like sticks to the back.
Oh, right. Do people ask for it?
Can I borrow it? No, you can't borrow it. Why the fuck would I spend the $100 for that thing, charge it, keep it on me for you to use it?
You want to know something worse? Is I had a table where it was one of those guys that like, I mean, it doesn't bother me because it's just the job and I know they're going to be gone. But it's the same vibe as like this guy, he couldn't read the menu. So he's like, oh, I can't read the menu. He goes, as a joke, he's like, let me see your glasses. And I was like, what? And he straight up reached and took them off my face and then like put them on like as if we were fake wearing readers. Like, I'm going to read the menu now. And I just stood there like in shock. I couldn't believe that he just grabbed my glasses off my face. And I was standing there in shock. And like the rest of the people at the table were looking at me like, I can't believe this is also happening. And I was standing there like, why would you?
I would have socked him in the fucking nuts, dude.
No, I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. And then he just gave them back like 30 seconds after. And then I put them back on and I was like, 1, that wasn't entertaining. 2, that wasn't even funny. And 3, don't fucking touch me again.
Yeah, no, I don't like when customers touch me at all.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I gave the table to somebody else. I was like, I'm not dealing with that shit.
No. Honestly, when I would have saw that he was reaching up, I would have leaned my head back.
No, it was so fast that I couldn't even like.
Nah,
I couldn't.
There's no way this old
react,
man's
dude.
that fast where you can't react to it.
Like he put his hand up like to my face, and I was like, I looked at him like, the fuck, and he just took him right off.
That's insane.
Yeah.
One, that's on you for not realizing you're on like,
bro.
Like if somebody was to come attack you, would you just stand there and be like,
The guy wasn't attacking me. I was taking his
he
freaking
reached
order.
up into your face. That's crazy. I don't know. Yet again, I guess you are shorter than me, so the distance he had to travel was much less.
I'm right at his level.
That's
he literally just went.
No, bro. If I see someone's hand coming towards me, I've done it before where I lean back from someone.
Yeah.
Or like someone's trying to like, little kids are trying to like grab at the apron. I step back, you know, because it's just weird.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna smack their little hand out of the way.
That's different.
It's fucking weird. I'm moving out of the way. That's insane. That guy did that.
Yeah.
But also, people think they can do that to like customer service workers because they look.
Dude, people think
because they genuinely look at people as like subhuman.
Well,
Honestly,
yeah. Especially
they think,
like,
oh, they're cute. They're here working their little
dude,
job.
the ones I always see get messed with the most are like airport employees because they're just standing there like giving they deal with so many people a day, you know, and they
Yeah,
just get harassed for
yeah,
whatever reason. And then you have the fast food workers. Nobody gives a fuck about fast food workers, which
yeah,
is really sad. Like those people just trying to get their paycheck, you know
yeah,
what I mean? And people are always rude as fuck to those people. I would say those two and then retail workers aside from servers, like
yeah.
those are the other three like jobs that
I mean, the only reason
they
why
get
servers put up
constantly
with it
harassed.
is because they make better money than all those people.
Yeah,
Or
well,
even like department store employees. Like I guess it's technically retail. Like
that's what I mean. Like
Lowe's,
those three are like
Lowe's and
the
like
pinnacle
Home
of the
Depot.
worst. Yeah.
Yeah, like servers make more money than all those people.
Well, for
So it's
servers,
like,
it's justified. Yeah, because you
yeah,
can make
because
250 a
you're actually
night.
working for the people.
Right.
Whereas like these people, like my favorite memes are the angry Starbucks employees like making
Oh, yeah.
adult their AM shake, and it's like Starbucks employee workers when they're doing the job they applied for and they're all mad about it. You know?
Yeah.
Like I get that. Also, like I don't really tip those type of workers just because I don't think they're like working for you. You know, like as a server, you're like basically like their little butler. Mm-hmm. Whereas like them, they're just at the kiosk and they make it and like they walk within like a 4x4.
Well, yeah, the sole purpose of their job is to make the coffee. That's
Yes.
it. They're not here to be my friend or like
Yeah.
do anything extra. Like,
Whereas like a server, like honestly, and from my perspective, I'm sure some people genuinely like I know you genuinely love serving.
Yeah.
I don't. So obviously to me, like they're all NPCs, and I'm just like, we're gonna get through this together. You're gonna have a good whatever, this, that, and the other.
I'm gonna get you in and out, and you're gonna have a good time. And
Yeah,
that's it.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
And then let's be real, I'm not here to be your friend because
Yeah.
you're only here because you're getting something, you know. or
And
whatever.
that's understandable. A lot of servers that just, you know, obviously they're just there to make their 150, $200, right, for
Yeah.
the shift. And like, you're not really there to make those connections. You kind of just want to give the best service, get them in and out, and that's it. You're not going to make that connection with them. For me personally, I like making the connection with people, recognizing names and seeing regulars and like making those people feel like, oh, you know, they're a little extra welcome here.
Yeah.
And for me, it works out, but I totally understand that.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain people that come in that I get them like often. There is a couple of like my regulars, I guess, and like we're cool with each other, but we don't go to that next degree. Like, unless it's one of those things where like the vibe actually fits. Like, I don't really care to hear about like your personal life. This, I mean, it sounds like really salty of me,
Yeah.
but it's like I genuinely just don't care. There's no way you can.
Right.
Like,
I mean, you didn't take the job expecting to be friends with all the guests that come into the
no,
restaurant.
no.
Right.
I'm here to make money and leave.
Yeah.
Like, if I could not come into that job, I would not. You know.
Right.
That's funny that you said airport because I was looking at jobs at the airport actually. And
Dude,
like,
airport people have to deal with a lot of shit.
yeah, but I was thinking of doing like the people that are actually on the tarmac.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
like directing the plane or doing the other stuff outside.
little
Yeah, okay,
fucking-
yeah. That's obviously like you'd be out in the elements, which is fine because you'd get that nice big thick jacket that they
Big
give you.
jacket or like just the
But,
t-shirt when it's hot,
dude.
with like a hat.
I can't tell you. The last 2 days, I've seen so many airport freakout videos. Amazing.
I'm assuming they're probably airport freakouts like where customer services. Though.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of specifically when
Dude,
I was
people
saying
get really
airport
weird
jobs.
in airports. I
Well,
don't know what it is.
that's because one of the reasons is because they allow people to drink at the airport, which I think is fucking stupid. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
that is
you
very true.
shouldn't be able to drink at the airport. That's dumb. Or if you are allowed to drink, like it should be a rule that the max amount of drinks you have is 2 at the airport, and that the employees there shouldn't serve you more than 2 drinks.
Or there should be an app when you get there and you have to scan in for the alcohol. So it's like it's all airport because obviously there's multiple places that serve multiple.
Yeah,
like multiple restaurants that
I don't
serve
know how they
alcohol.
would do it to
It
make
would
sure.
literally just be like a QR code scan.
Oh,
and it'd
okay.
Be like, oh, this person's already had their 2 drinks. You know,
Right.
You have to deny them.
Yeah.
I agree. It is a little weird. I've seen people get weird, like kind of rowdier at airports.
It's because like they're in a place they usually don't hang out often. You know, people aren't flying like every day or every
Yeah.
week. Nobody has the money for that unless you're rich. And if you're rich, you're not flying regular flights. You're flying private,
Yeah.
or first class. So it doesn't matter. But the point is, I see so many videos of just like regular people. They have like 4 big ass drinks at the airport bar, and then something happens at the gate where they're not let on the plane because they're visibly like intoxicated. Yeah.
And then they cause a scene.
Yeah, and then they cause a scene because they're not allowed to get on the plane. Like, man, I've seen so many of those videos, and I just think like, one, the police has to deal with that bullshit. Like now you're dragging the police department into it.
Yeah.
Now these airport employees who are just minding their business, right, have to deny you service and then deal with the fallout of you being denied service.
Yeah.
Like that sucks. Yeah, I'd
And the
rather
thing
be
is
outside.
like, I said, it's funny you said that. I think it was either United. I think it was United, where I don't know what happened, but like I seen the dude from like when you check your bags in the very beginning where they put it on the weigher and then they just toss it.
Oh right,
in the
yeah.
back, and then you just see it go off on the conveyor belt and then
Yeah,
somehow it
yeah.
gets to the place. Like it was this tall dude. He had his headphones on and he was talking to him, and then the employee kind of stepped towards him, right? And they went to go swing at him. The guy missed, and dude, the customer clocked him a couple times. Dude fell back over like
Oh
his
my
little like
God.
weighing station. Fell back, and you just see it looked like a Looney Tunes ass. Like he grabbed everything on the way down, and then he comes back up with like his head bleeding.
Oh
and
my
then he
God.
comes up again and gets pieced up, and then the couple swipes where he was like, "Damn." HR watching this like, damn, he lost the fight and we're getting sued. And then it was like another one was like the dude is like all fucked up, and it was like him in the break room. He goes, "You guys see me win that fight?" Dude got clocked. Like honestly, I don't know what the lead up was. I don't know. Obviously, we would all love to swing on a customer, but bro just didn't have it in him. Like it looked like a chubby, bigger dude that just had size, but like clearly doesn't ever work out.
Yeah.
Versus like the dude that fought him looked like he was like a big guy. Like he looked like he was built like an NFL player, type shit. And bro just fucking pieced him up. It was so insane.
Oh, that's
I honestly
amazing.
watched it 3 times and just laughing at the
So
replies.
funny, dude. That's so funny.
Because like, dude, you're catching a lawsuit and you're getting fired. Like, think about the customer. I don't know if he's probably gonna get put on a no-fly list, which I don't think he should, depending if it's not his problem because the dude rushed him.
Yeah.
Like, bro's about to cash out hard as fuck. And do you think he's still gonna fly United, or do you think he's on a no-fly for them?
No, I the way I see things like that situation playing out is the airline probably had the intent to put that guy on a no-fly, but if the results of that investigation were that the employee was at fault,
Yeah.
then the airline can't ban the dude because it was the airline has to take fault for it. So the guy would have still been able to get flights on United, but at that point I would have been like, screw you, I'm taking Alaska.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's United. I'd have to find the video again. But it's the one with like, it's like blue. It
Okay.
has like the globe is like this.
It's United.
I think it is United.
Yeah, that's United Airlines.
That's so funny.
No, dude, actually.
That's some shit you'd see on Frontier, though.
Yeah, like our Southwest, you see just people fighting it out.
You know, honestly, I've had a good experience on all Southwest flights. Not sucking their dick or anything, but like, I just never seen anything bad. I mean, obviously, I had a better time on Hawaiian, even though like they don't have Wi-Fi for some reason.
Yeah.
But we were in business class.
Oh, okay.
Time, so
That's
it's like,
pretty cool.
So it's like, you're
Yeah.
a little better.
Right, right.
But like, it was one of those things where I think my dad had said, "Oh, we're gonna go here for this trip, and Jaden will go with me." And I'm like, "Since you volunteered that I'm going for this trip, that sounds like you're paying for my flight, right?" And I was
Hey.
like, and to be annoying, like, I only fly business class,
You're
or
so-
whatever the fucking one is above,
Yeah.
not economy.
You're like, I don't do coach.
yeah, I don't do coach, dog.
Business class
hey,
only.
hey, I'm poor as fuck. But I'm just pretend like I got status.
Hoping for the upgrade.
Yeah.
The parental upgrade. God, that's so good.
But yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
funny.
I like Alaska Airlines. I've always flown Alaska because I've only really ever flown on West Coast.
Yeah. North to south.
Yeah, but there was a story. I was at my parents' house having dinner, and I saw on the news that, and I don't watch the news like that. So every time I go to their house, it's like, oh, this is how, the older folk get like their little
Yeah.
bits
This
of
is how you know what's
information.
happening locally.
Yeah, and apparently there was a flight that was Alaska Airlines where they were just chilling, and it wasn't an emergency exit door per se. It was just like a panel that was designed for that chassis of plane where you could have an option to have a emergency door put there. But in this instance, they didn't have an emergency door. It was just the panel that was in the middle of the two bigger panels, right?
Yeah.
So in other designs, that would normally be an emergency exit, and you'd have the actual door placed in that hole.
Yeah.
But this time, since there wasn't, it's just like it's seamless on the inside. You don't see it.
Yeah. It just looks like a normal
It's just
plane.
a normal plane, but there's only one panel there, and it's obviously bolted in. So on this flight, that one panel got ripped the fuck off the plane.
Is this a different one than the fucking door getting ripped off?
It's different than.
Are we just having plane problems across the board?
I think it was two. Well, this one, it was supposed to be a door. That's where the confusion was.
Yeah,
It wasn't a door in this instance. It was just the plug where the door normally is on other planes. So that's why they said originally that it was an emergency door, but it wasn't. It's just where they normally put the door if it were like a different type of plane. But anyways, the panel got ripped right off. And they said that the guy was talking, they were interviewing people, and they're like, oh, yeah, I almost saw the kid get dragged right out of the hole when the thing came up. And the mom had to, like, hold him down and everything. Can you imagine, like, the kid that was sitting right there, they said, like, 4 or 5 phones just got sucked right out the door. And I was like...
I'd be fucking pissed,
dude,
bro.
I was like, first of all, that sucks. Second of all... the kid's sitting right there, you know what I mean? Like, only being held by the seatbelt, and, like, the parent had to, like, grab the kid from being sucked out the window.
No. I'd rather my whole jeans get sucked off than me losing my phone. Bro, I'd walk through the airport with my fucking chonies on. I don't care. Losing a phone is so annoying.
Well, apparently they found the phone and the phones. They found all of them, but only one of them was in working condition.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Because wasn't there, like, another flight in the Pacific Northwest area or something where the door actually got ripped off and then it landed in some dude's yard, but good thing there wasn't people on the plane, like right where the door was.
Oh,
like
yeah, I think
that was
a separate one that I don't know.
And I know a bunch of
about that
Boeing
one.
planes. I don't know the exact model because that's what's happening or something.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of Boeing planes are grounded right now, so like flights are probably really annoying right now.
Yeah, they're having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
But I saw that one and was just thinking, dude, would I have rather lost my phone or would I have just rather been sucked myself? Like, just right out
Sucked
that,
off.
out the door,
Bro.
never to be seen again.
You'd probably never fly again though. Like say you like
Yeah, I'd be
obviously that's why
dead.
they say keep your seatbelts on because when you depressurize, like obviously
Oh,
the air has
yeah.
to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. But like say you're sitting there and like you are like strapped in,
Right.
and that thing goes off. You're doing this the whole time, just, you know, for like
Dude, it's like-
however long it takes to land.
Yeah, it's like riding the bull.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like twisted in your wrist, like on the belt, you know, to tighten it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! Like the horse is bucking
I'm
underneath
for
you.
sure suing for emotional damages or something. I'm talking
Yeah.
to a lawyer immediately. And like also does that like create flight anxiety for life? It must, right?
I'm sure a lot of people were scarred for life after that
Yeah, bro,
flight.
that's fucking
because
terrifying.
some people are already just naturally afraid of going on airplanes, and they
Mm-hmm.
just put up with it because it's like, whatever, you know, nothing's happened thus far, so I'm good. I'm just not gonna think about it too much.
My thing is like, I guess if you fixate on it, maybe it could be a little like tripping, but like when you're on a plane and you realize like, dude, if you go down, you're not going to know anything. Everything's going to happen so fast that you're not going to have time to really like, you'll probably see like really bright light, maybe some fire, probably no pain because it's so fast.
Yeah.
People don't survive plane crashes like that. Unless
Nowadays,
you're Travis Barker or if your pilot's Sully, the guy that fucking lands the thing on
landed
the
in
Hudson.
the yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say there was I forget how many years ago it was, but there were some scientists and some aviation professionals where they crashed like a 737 like in the desert on purpose to see like how the plane would break away, and like the first 20 rows obliterated.
Yeah.
The safest point is like after the 18th or 20th row, like by the middle of the plane, and then to like just after the wing of the plane. So like that middle
Really?
section is less, quote unquote, less likely to break.
Yeah, because the
apart.
first part of the plane is going to do nothing but break the fall.
Yeah, because it's gonna hit like this. First part gets broken either up or broken down, and then whatever remains of the middle part. Like imagine you're just hanging, like sitting there. You're the first seat that didn't get fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just like half hanging there, like there's no plane in front of you, but you're still strapped in, and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh fuck, you know?
It
Like,
just shards of like just look like somebody put the front of the plane in the blender just around you, just like
yeah, the whole thing is just open front. You're just hanging out like one of those Disneyland rides where the soaring
yeah.
over California, you know, like your feet are just dangling there. Yeah,
oh my god, that'd be horrible.
it would be horrible. I'd never fly again, dude.
The only time I got a little nervous the last time I was on a plane, I would say is probably I think it was on the way to Paris. because it was just like the middle of the night essentially, and I was just sitting there, and it was like obviously like I knew that it was going to be a long trip and everything.
Yeah.
And I got anxious for maybe like 5 minutes. I would say more so just like not because I was in a plane, but like maybe I was getting a plane going somewhere. You know?
Oh yeah. The
And then,
feeling
like-
of like entering foreign space.
Yeah, and then I was like fine after 5 minutes. But like the way
Yeah.
I look at it is obviously the last plane I was on flew to Hawaii. And that's like a 5-hour flight over water, you know, like the thought of that.
Yeah, you
like,
don't see anything.
you don't see anything. Like if you hit the floor, like it's just water.
Well, you're flying over the alien base.
Yeah.
So you're seeing something, but you just can't see it.
Yeah, so like you'd hit the like water and that would suck because you're probably not going to die immediately. It's going to be really
You'd
cold.
probably drown.
You'd eventually drown at some point unless like you'd probably get pulled down with the plane. Like at
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the first Bioshock. And it's just like there's sharks out there, so that would suck too.
100%.
But other than that, I'd be like, well, like, I mean, there's nothing I could really do about it.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
why am I going to stress about that?
Yeah, at that point, it's like I'm just going down with the plane.
Yeah.
You know, because I couldn't see myself. I mean, that's crazy. Maybe my instinct of fight to survive like kicks in or something, and like the adrenaline rushing. I just like don't give a fuck about the sharks. But I couldn't see. Actually couldn't see myself like willingly just keeping myself floating in the ocean after everything sank. You know,
No.
and then just being like, I'm gonna wait for somebody, and then just not seeing anything for miles, just like whatever debris is still floating around you. Maybe one or two people survived or something.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, dude, I'd just stay on the plane and be like, peace out.
Because at that point, yeah, your adrenaline could be going, but that
don't
water's
know,
going to
that's
pull
scary,
the heat
man.
out of you so fast.
Yeah, that's scary, dude.
Like, you're probably freezing to death before anything even happens.
Right. It's like the same feeling as when I see those boat videos where they get trapped in a storm and then the boat gets hit by a wave on the
Ew.
side and you see the people flying off and then the boat is rolling in like
No,
the
fuck
cold,
no.
stormy water. Dude, you'd get lost in something like that and they never see you again.
Yeah.
You'd never get found again.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
And those dudes probably don't even surface from all the pressure and the crashing down. They probably get pushed down to where they just hit that neutral space where, like, you
Oh,
just
and they
stay.
can't even like swim up from
Yeah.
the currents of the
Oh.
water. Yeah, you can like, like your instinct is to like move your body, but
Yeah.
you're not going anywhere.
No, because you don't have the speed to.
Yeah, then you
counteract
just
the pressure.
suffocate and
Dude,
die.
that's horrible.
That'd be
Dude,
horrible.
don't ever send me those videos. Send me those videos.
Oh my god, no,
I'm
we're,
just kidding.
we're just being like, no, don't show me that.
Yeah, no. That's why those guys get paid a shit ton of money though too. Because like there's so much hazard.
Yeah, well, think about like the Coast Guard, where they have to like do ocean training and like swimming in the ocean and then rescuing people in the ocean. Like that stuff is scary, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, like, I mean, if you're the Coast Guard, like you have obviously a better chance of survival because you're being brought in by helicopter or by boat or whatever. But doing that job, I imagine, is when you do have to deal with disaster and you're like in that moment. I'm sure it's just like it's very stressful.
Yeah, for
you know what I mean?
Because it is life and death for you and others. you
Right.
know? Like you're assuming that nothing happens to the helicopter or anything. You know, like you're going somewhere dangerous as well. And I'm
Yeah.
sure those guys get paid well too. Or I would hope so.
Yeah.
Because they're out here risking their life for shit like that.
Wow, dude.
But we're
Yeah.
halfway through January, man. Formula One season's right around the corner.
Yeah, Formula One season's right around the corner.
Did you see the Alpine livery possibly got leaked?
Oh, it did? I didn't even see it.
Who cares? It's Alpine.
It's Alpine. Yeah,
Who gives a fuck?
I don't care about Alpine at all. The only team I care about is Red Bull and Williams because Logan Sargent's on Williams, and I like Alex.
I would say the only one I care about is Racing Bulls for Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah,
Obviously Red Bull.
True.
And I want to see Mercedes burn again.
Yeah, they should just sell the team to Andretti. Mercedes should
Can
just
him.
not be in Formula One anymore.
So, the 2021 Formula One season that everyone likes to cry about.
Oh, right.
I think it shouldn't have even been down to that last race. I mean, you have Hamilton taking out Max at Silverstone in the turn.
And then also Hamilton taking out Max at
Imola. Or is it
no, it
Imola?
wasn't Imola. It's Monza.
Monza.
The Temple of Speed.
Yeah, bro. Technically, Max had that inside lane. I don't care who says it.
If Hamilton wouldn't have been that greedy and that dirty of a driver that season, Max should have already won the championship before Abu
And it
Dhabi.
wouldn't have come down
even
to
if
Abu Dhabi.
even if Hamilton would have won that race, which, okay, whatever, he still would have had more points.
Yeah.
There wouldn't have been any a contest at all. It's just by the luck of the draw, whatever happened, Hamilton just being Hamilton.
Yeah.
It just got down to neck and neck at the end. And they just wanted it to be a racing finish instead of finishing behind a safety car.
Because like, what does that win at Silverstone put Hamilton ahead?
Um,
How much is a win? Like
a win is 24 points. So
24
Max got a
points.
DNF, so that was a free 24 points,
Free
and
24
then
points.
another free 24 points.
Because then he took each other out. So like, now you have.
Oh wait, no. Yeah.
The increase
you're
of
right.
points plus you got rid of your competition.
Mm-hmm.
So like, two things there. It's like, it shouldn't have even come down to that last race.
Right.
You know, like everyone's crying.
If they could have just kept it on the track for the
Yeah.
whole season without butting, crashing into each other, Max should have won it for sure.
Yeah. I think that was like the last good season that Hamilton was going to have in like a good car as well, right?
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's still the 7-time world champ, so you can't give him an inch because he'll take it.
Exactly.
So that was his last shot in a good car because that was like the ground effect era cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those things could basically go flat out into turns.
Well, 2021 was the beginning of the new regulations. Yeah, it was
Okay.
the ground effect.
So like, I genuinely, I was back watching, like when I do cardio, like I do like 45 minutes now sometimes, and I'm just watching shit.
Yeah.
And yesterday the Italian Grand Prix, that one came on the extended highlights,
Uh-huh.
and it was my first time actually watching it like non-biased, like from like a not what is it, the drama-filled Drive to Survive.
Oh, right.
So I was actually sitting there watching it, and I was like, technically, was it very aggressive, good driving that Max took that inside? Yes. Now, Hamilton sees that he's on the inside. He has to either yield the position. I mean, some could say it was a racing incident. Sure, it could have been. But, at that point, those tensions were so high, he wasn't going to let him have it.
He didn't want to give up the room because he just wanted to stay ahead. But in any other situation, two drivers could have easily gone through that turn, no problem, because it's happened many, many times before. So it's just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, Hamilton got a little too greedy with the position because he was just slightly ahead as they reached, the apex of the turn. So he was technically ahead. You could say that.
Yeah.
But even if you're ahead, you can still allow another driver to be next to you that's still behind you instead of completely cutting off the corner and then forcing him to, hit the back tire, and then they both knocked each other out right there.
Because Max would have taken the position after that first chicane, like that turn is where they hit, right?
Yeah.
In theory, he would have just like yielded a bit, and then Max would have just ran off into the distance.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah,
like,
by
my
the next
favorite part was-
chicane after that, long right-hander turn, he would have been left in the dust for sure.
For sure.
There's no way.
And my favorite part is when you see Hamilton trying to put his car in reverse.
Oh, and it's just digging into
And
the
he's just
gravel.
digging into the gravel. I'm like, really? You tried to cause an
With the
accident?
weight of another car on top of you, you think you're going to back up and continue racing? You're insane.
Yeah. Just to be like, okay, Max got another DNF. Maybe I can get out of here.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't know what's first on the grid. Was it Silverstone or Monza?
Yeah, I think it was Monza.
But still, it's funny, one of those things where it's like, it shouldn't have come down to that last race. Were the rules kind of weird? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they were a little
But also,
weird.
you have two champions going head to head. One is truly, arguably better at this point, Max Verstappen.
Uh-huh.
Were the rules a little weird at the last race? Yeah. But also, it shouldn't have even come down to that. I hate when people boil it down to that last one. And like, you'll see it, when you're scrolling through Instagram or Twitter. It's like, 2020, the biggest robbery in sports history. Oh.
Right, like that guy, he just continues. He's for the last 3 years, just continuously posted about that one incident, and it's like, okay, I'm already past the point of just talking shit to the other Merc fans or whatever. Like I'm past that. Now
And
I'm
they
at
are the most annoying fans.
They are the most annoying fans, but now I'm at the point where it's like, you have to just accept that you can't go back in time and change things. You have to move on with your life.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my mind around how these people can still be so obsessed with something that happened and then think that by continuously bringing it up that everyone's going to change their opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
Like it's already said and done. It's
Yeah.
it's already like decided. There's no going back on it. That's it. Let's just move on to the next season.
Yeah.
But obviously like that farms impressions on other
Oh,
social
yeah,
media.
because you get all like the little weird LH fans out there
right.
screaming about
They're all circle jerking each other on the same post,
Yeah.
and then it's like they just regurgitate the same exact things.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to see from a distance because I'm like, dang, these guys are so stuck in that like we got robbed mentality.
Yeah.
And it's like that's how you know it really hurt them because
Yeah.
like still can't stop talking about it.
Hey, you know what's funny? Is like, I don't even dislike Hamilton. I don't dislike Hamilton. I don't.
No,
dislike
I'm
Hamilton's
sure
fan.
he's a cool ass person.
Yeah, like
I'm
he
sure
would
he's a
definitely
great
be the guy. Like I'd love to have dinner with him
For sure.
Even if I was like kind of like 3 seats over, if I just caught a glimpse here and there looking at him, it's funny. But Yeah, honestly, when I was looking at that, because like, obviously it just came up randomly on the feed, and I was like, anything race car, I'll watch while I'm doing cardio, because
Yeah.
cardio is the most boring fucking thing ever, you know?
Right.
Watched the whole race, and I was just like, the best thing that came out of that, too, was the Ricardo win.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, come on. Ricardo has a win at McLaren. Definitely Lando had a good season. But bro came into a car that wasn't like that great and took a win, and Lando still hasn't taken a win.
Basically
and
had a
been
car
there for,
that...
what, 5 years? 6 years?
Yeah, well, Lando's been with them forever in the highest position he's ever finished in his second place.
Yeah.
But Danny comes in here. One, the car's not even built for him.
Yeah.
Two, he's like, he had that, horrible couple of seasons before. So he's already down in the dumps, right?
Yeah.
And then the F1 gods blessed him with a situation where the car didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
And he was able to maintain it consistently towards the end.
Yeah.
He deserved that shit.
Dude,
man.
that shit was so sick
He
to
deserved
watch.
it.
And his onboard was like, for those who are asking, I never left. I just moved aside for a little.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm going to get that fucking on a T-shirt or something.
That was a pretty badass moment.
In orange letters.
Yeah.
Black T-shirt. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Like, a family friend actually saw his win in Monaco.
Oh, wow. When he was with Red Bull,
he
yeah.
Was, he was in vacation, and he actually showed me pictures from the Grand Prix that he had on his iPhone.
Wow.
While we were in Hawaii. It's like, dude, that's probably the sickest thing. I don't know what would be cooler to see, a Max victory in real life or a Ricardo victory, because it's just like, one, they're fewer and far between, right?
Yeah, a
like,
Ricardo
the fact
victory
to
would
win-
be more rare.
And the fact that like he got robbed in Monaco the year prior, like that would have been so sick.
So
to see.
seeing that redemption win,
Dude, seeing that redemption win, I'd probably like break my voice box just freaking out.
screaming.
Yeah.
You'd come back a mute person.
Yeah, just. How was the trip?
Can't even speak.
Just thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Damn.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Wow, that'd
But
be
yeah,
so
honestly,
cool.
I think that the best thing to come out of that was obviously one. I think it was Hamilton's fault, just like in Silverstone, Hamilton's fault.
Yeah.
Arguably racing incidents, but I don't know. I googled it. It showed that most people thought Hamilton was at fault.
Yeah.
But also, he's like, you're not one of them, but have you ever met only children where they're kind of more selfish naturally?
I literally am an only child.
Yeah, but you're not selfish though.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is like,
Oh.
you've seen that only child syndrome where like they're like, hey, can I borrow that real quick? And they're like, no.
Oh,
Because
right.
they've never had to share.
Yeah.
That's basically what he is that whole time. That he, again, like Alonso said, he only ever had to race in front. He doesn't know how to drive anymore.
That's true,
He
yeah.
only knows how to race in the front,
Yeah.
which was
And
obviously...
if you look at Max's career, when he came into Red Bull, he wasn't winning races right off the rip. Like he was having to learn the car, and he was making mistakes as a rookie, and
Yeah.
he had to learn it. He had to like earn his place at the front.
Yeah.
He like really got up in there. When Hamilton joined, his first season was with a literal rocket ship McLaren Mercedes car,
Yeah.
and there was no doubt that he was going to win it.
Yeah.
So
Damn, he came in with a car that powerful? That's crazy.
he came in an instant, like his first championship win was, I'm pretty sure, his first season. Like he came in guns a-blazing and just kicked everyone's ass. Like that car was really good that year.
Is that the chrome?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
the silver one, the chrome one.
The silver one? That's
Yeah.
sick. I love that livery. They should do that again. I don't see why they don't.
McLaren did the half chrome, half orange livery last year.
Yeah, but like the full chrome, like the Vodafone.
Full chrome would have been badass, but the orange and chrome wasn't bad at all. It was
I
pretty
think
cool.
liveries are getting more lame, not to get off topic. I don't really see any liveries today where I'm like, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nah, I just watched. I don't even care anymore at this point. I just want to see my team do good.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be cool to see liveries. Or maybe we like old liveries because they're not available anymore.
Yeah, because it's like the nostalgia factor.
Probably it.
It's like seeing an old Porsche with like a nice old school color scheme. And you're like, yeah, that's nice. But like you don't really see, a modern car just coming out the factory with like a cool color combination anymore.
No. They're always usually fucking white, gray, or black.
I've been seeing less red cars actually. Red isn't as I don't feel like it's as popular as
I
it
think
was
your
before.
insurance goes up if your car's red.
It does.
It does.
If your car is red or black, it goes up.
Yeah, I could see that. I remember on the road trip when we brought the Firebird back from Iowa, middle America area, a lot of maroon cars get sold, like in the Colorado,
Really?
like more like over east as well. There's a lot of maroon cars.
Interesting.
Way more maroon cars than like are out here. How often do you see a maroon car here? Never, unless it's like an
Never.
old Honda Pilot or an old Honda Civic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've seen only one Tesla, but it was wrapped. Like,
Dude, oh my god, the rap industry is loving that Tesla's putting out the most boring looking cars, and that everyone that buys a Tesla like thinks they're that person. You know, like they think they're him, they think they're her.
yeah, because
And
you see every single one of those rap
every
now.
one of those have a rap. The rap, oh my god, dude. I swear to God, the rap industry has probably had its biggest couple years since Teslas have come out. Because
Yeah.
like, there's a reason why you're rapping your car, right? Because you know your car's fucking boring.
Yeah.
There's no interesting paint colors. Like, not saying I have a nice car, but at least that blue that BMW makes, that's
It's
a
like an
color.
original blue.
It's like an original blue. They've always had it. You know, it looks nice over the years.
Yeah.
Even when it's dirty, it looks clean. But even then, at least it's like a different blend.
Right.
You know, it's not white. I swear to God, you go on Tesla's website right now. I'm not saying I actually do it. I think there's literally only 5 colors.
Isn't
like-
it?
it's
Isn't
like
it
a-
just dark blue, gray,
dark blue, white,
black,
black.
and red?
and red. Yeah,
That's it.
it's fucking
I
boring.
don't think you can get any other colors. So yeah,
Low-key, I am
the
loving
rap
that
industry is.
Cybertruck is eating dick.
Oh yeah. Well, that one. I mean, I already knew it was going to be kind of a flop.
Yeah,
It just looked too weird. It looked too polygon.
yeah.
Like I see
That's
the.
getting stuck in the snow and shit
I
already.
see the vision. I can see the idea they had in their brain when they manifested it and when they were designing it and when they had the first iteration of it out, you know, like before they showed it to the public.
Yeah.
I can see the vision. And I get it. It's a cool idea. Like I'm sure when those board members were all sitting there and they like saw the pictures of it being sketched out or whatever,
Yeah.
they probably thought that shit was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because the idea is cool. The execution though, horrible. It
Yeah.
just look. I don't know, man. It just looks too.
It looks goofy.
It looks too goofy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good word.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not an Elon hater by far.
No.
If anything, I'm like pro Elon.
yeah, I support Elon, but just that car, man.
Just that car, I don't think first iteration. And plus, it's definitely the Cybertruck is literally only made for like LA hype people. Mm-hmm. No one that actually does work with the truck is gonna buy that truck
I don't think so.
unless you're just dumb. You have money.
Well, I saw a video of like the trunk when it comes down. There's like the right by the rear windshield. There's like a triangular part, a pointy part, and it's like apparently really sharp.
Yeah.
And somebody put a carrot there.
Yeah.
And it's the same like thickness as your finger, right? And they put it right at the corner of it, and the trunk came down on the corner of the carrot and just completely cut it perfectly.
Yeah.
Just sliced it right
That's
there.
insane.
Can you imagine like you have your hand there for a split second, you feel like a pinch. You're like, ah shit, you look down and your whole shit is hanging off by
Ugh.
like a thread of skin.
That's fucked.
That'd be horrible.
It'd be horrible.
I would sue.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, I would sue them.
Yeah. And then you had to go buy a Porsche with that money.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, yeah, no, I'm not an Elon hater. I just think Teslas are
Right,
boring
right.
as fuck looking. The Cybertruck is cool because I'm more of like an 80s nostalgia. Like, I like synthwave and I like all that. The DeLorean is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But owning a DeLorean in real life would be like the worst decision.
What if someone sold you a DeLorean and you were just entertaining it, right? Like you were sitting inside of it, whatever, and you hit a button that you normally don't. You just were fucking around. And what if it actually sent you like to the past?
I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, at that point, you're already sent to the past. You can't do anything about it.
Okay, if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of like any of the Back to the Future.
I'm not
So
really a
me
big fan,
doing
but I'm
this
just
thought
asking.
Experiment, I don't know.
I'm just asking.
Nothing. I'd push the button and go back. No, I'd buy Bitcoin probably.
And then hit the button and come back.
Dude, I wouldn't even give a fuck if I sold now. Because if you have like 1,000 Bitcoin now, what does that equate to?
$2 million.
Shit.
Or I don't know. Actually, no, way more than that because I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
even know
some
what
math.
Bitcoin is at. What is that?
Let's just say Bitcoin's at 24,000, which I think it's just around there. Times. Oh, it's $24 million.
Yeah, that buys me the house in North Park that I want, my GT3 RS, my daily driver Porsche, and then maybe like a Mini.
Yeah. Then you put half in a Roth IRA, and you put the other one spread out in a couple savings
They
accounts.
wouldn't even let you. I think the max you can put in a Roth IRA is like limited to like 12,000 a year or something like that, I believe.
No, really?
I swear to God.
You can't just like
Yeah.
drop an amount?
Because then billionaires would be doing that.
I didn't know that they restricted the amount that you put in.
Max.
I thought you could just be like, I have this amount of money. Can I put it in a Roth? And then they're just like, yeah, that's a shitload. Let's do it.
Okay, the maximum annual contribution for your Roth IRA combined is the tax year 2023 is $6,500 if you're under the age of 50, $7,500 if you're 50 or older, just so you can compound more.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
then the tax year 2024 is if you're 7,000 if you're under the age of 50, and then 8,000 if you're over the age of 50.
Gotcha.
Because Roth IRAs are only good if you like basically open it at like 18.
And then you do it over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're compounding for that like decade and a half
true.
that you're just being a normal child. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why like when I do open one, I'm going to be still technically way far behind, but it's still better than not opening one. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why like, or even like if you make a Roth, are you allowed to make a Roth IRA for a baby? Your parents did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think it's probably compounding like crazy, even if they're not even putting that much in.
Yeah, they
There's
don't.
just so many years.
Just because of how long it's been there.
Yeah. How long it's been there. Yeah. I think that is the limit. Honestly, 24 million. I don't even know what to do with that.
24 million is a lot of money, dude.
My dream doesn't really take that much. Obviously, you can be like, oh, if I had $1 billion, like, yeah, you're gonna be partying in Monaco on yachts and fucking owning your own Formula One team.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you're actually being on planet Earth, like we're all been raised normal people, truly, I don't think
24 million, like you can live the rest of your life comfortably off that.
Yeah, without having to worry about inflation. Because even if you spent 10 million on properties, you could do that, and like you'd still be making all your money back.
Yeah, like let's say you spent 10 million on properties, and then let's say you have 2 extra houses, and then you rent them out for like passive income, depending on where they're at, whatever. But in this scenario, let's just say that it works out for you, and you can have 2 families living in those 2 extra homes you have, and you're generating like a decent amount passively. Then like you own your properties, whatever. Yeah, you pay taxes on it, and you pay to fix them up, whatever. That just comes with the cost of owning
I would just
a home.
hire an external company,
right? You just hire
so I don't
somebody.
have to talk to anybody, and then the money just arrives in the account.
Right.
Even then, like that much money, say I blew $4 million buying the house and the cars that I want and the travel. That's a lot of money. Because think about it. Say you bet in $2 million on a house, which I wouldn't, just because I don't want to pay those property taxes later, right? That leaves you $2 million in cars. A GT2 costs like $300. Say I wanted a Huracan, that's another $400.
Right.
And then a couple other normal cars. You're still not breaking $2 million out from cars. And then say you put those in separate savings accounts, you're making a shit ton on the interest by itself.
The interest alone.
Yeah.
You don't even need to have the properties farming the money. You could just have it in the savings, and then whatever percent you get. I mean, hopefully it's a good percent back, right? You want to put in a savings that'll give you more back, but whatever, obviously at that amount of money, the amount you're getting back is going to be astronomical.
Yeah, what you would do is obviously, I'm not going to say the company name, but like you open that account, they give you a 4.6% return on your investment. I don't know what their limit is. I'll look it up in a little bit, but like start finding those high yield savings accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Apple one is good.
Yeah,
I'm at 4.35, and that's not with me opening like a separate weird account anywhere.
Yeah,
if it still remains open, I don't know what's going to happen when.
Wasn't that with JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs?
Goldman Sachs.
But they filed bankruptcy, right?
They're dropping the deal because they were losing money on the deal. So I'm sure someone will pick them up.
Yeah.
Apple's too big to fail. And if they did, they would just be like, okay, well, that money that I have in that savings account will just go to somewhere else,
Yeah.
I would open with a different one. But yeah, you'd be making so much money on 24 million, it'd be insane. So yes, I would, if you put me in that DeLorean, which I hate Back to the Future. I don't see why people like it. It's fucking weird. It's not even weird. It's just a mediocre.
Because it's a time travel movie.
Yeah, it's probably the first time travel movie. That's why everyone likes to suck its dick. I genuinely don't like the movies. Like, they're so boring to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no interest in them.
I have just no opinion on them.
I guess I would just buy Bitcoin.
Yeah. I just think the car looks cool.
Yeah, no, the DeLorean itself looks cool. I don't think it looks cool with all the weird DeLorean, like the Back to the Future engine on it in the back.
Mm-hmm.
The DeLorean by itself is a very cool car. And back to the Cybertruck, I think the reason why I like the Cybertruck, the look of it, as like a Hot Wheel, is because it looks like a truck DeLorean. Now, if Elon wanted to make a sports car and remake the DeLorean, essentially, with like those panels that they used, which is stainless steel.
I don't know what.
It's made out of stainless steel, which
something
is
like that.
which is a shitty.
It's heavy as fuck too.
With them with shitty material to work with. Yeah, go for it. But no, your Cybertruck is not seeming that it's that great. But yet again, is it negative press because everybody likes to hate on Elon, or is it actually a bad vehicle?
In some of the tests that I've seen, it was kind of mediocre.
Mediocre, because I know the F-150 is shitting on it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, and no job site employee or worker has the time to go charge a fucking.
I don't think any serious truck driver is going to consider that car until hopefully in the future another iteration of the car is actually like consistently sustainable.
Unless you're getting 1,000 miles on an EV charge, like
There's no way,
no
dude,
one's
to
gonna buy that
justify
shit.
that
No.
purchase. But you already know, like you said, it's for the LA hype people. Those people could just throw the money away.
Yeah.
They're gonna pre-order it and get hyped about it and wrap it in some stupid shit and then drive it around town and not really use the truck for what a truck is for.
And then do something dumb with it, like jump it or.
Dude, have you seen that video where they jumped the Tesla?
Dude, I love that video.
Oh my God. Every time I see it, it leaves me with my mouth open. One, because I can't believe how much air it caught, and two, because the people survived.
They're lucky they didn't like rupture one of the batteries in the car. Just
Well, that's what I mean.
explode.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that thing could have definitely exploded, or the way that they landed and at the speed that they landed, bro, they could have died from that.
And aren't they having problems with the EVs catching fire and like electric batteries, or the batteries are catching fire and it's like way hotter to put out than a normal fire?
There's been, I've only seen a couple of instances where people who were charging their cars overnight, the plug exploded
Sick.
and then it caught on fire.
There goes your house.
Yeah, there goes your house, there goes the car. Like, dude, you just spent like 60 grand on that Tesla and it's up in flames now. That's horrible. So,
I
yeah.
mean, the good thing. Oh, did you see that Hertz is selling like 20,000 Teslas or something crazy like that?
What?
Or is it they're selling them for like 20 grand? I know.
They're just throwing them away like that?
Yeah, because I'm assuming they're just
'Cause people aren't buying them?
Because think about it, those rental car places.
I would never buy a Tesla or an EV just yet, just because my what's it called, conspiracy theory mind is like they're gonna control my vehicle and turn it off if I don't behave.
I mean, they could at some point.
Which is
but
like why a gas car is great, because they can't turn that shit off remotely.
Hertz announced last week that it would be selling roughly a third of its fleet of electric cars, or roughly 20,000 cars that are predominantly Teslas. Because think about it. Say you rent a Tesla somewhere, you use the mileage, and then
yeah.
you drop the car back off. It's not like they have, because like those places have on-site gas stations, right?
That's true, yeah.
Now you're gonna have an on-site power plant,
Yeah, no way. And you're gonna
and
pay
then
for
you have
a
to sit there
charging
and
station?
wait for like however long to be able to give it to the next person. Whereas like you get the car back, you do a quick little sweep detail, right? Now you have to wait a couple hours for the car to charge or whatever it is, rather than just pumping the gas into it for like 2 minutes
And then
then
that's
being
it.
like, next dude, this is your car for the weekend now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the only thing good about these Teslas is that massive, since we live in California and we make less than 100 grand a year, is that you're getting so many government incentives. Like you get like 7 grand off when you buy a
What?
Tesla. Yeah. In California,
Oh, wow.
if you're making less than 100 grand as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're going to do when you buy the Tesla from Hertz. I think you get the discount as well.
So it's gonna be what, 13 grand?
I think so. I'd have to look into it, but like,
That's atrocious. That means you're gonna see so many more on the road.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. For 13 grand, I'd buy a Tesla.
I would, yeah.
I'd go put-
honestly.
I'd go put
I
3
can't
grand
talk
down.
that shit and be like at that price. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. Like, that's what I'm saying. A Tesla's cool if it's not your main car, or if you just happen to randomly have the cutout where you have the house, you have the charging station at home, you know?
And you're
Which is
able
very-
to, yeah, you're
very
just able to
few-
have it.
Yeah, very few and far between people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting those California fucking grants. Like,
Dude, that's wild. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, my conspiracy mind, like I just can't have an electric vehicle. I'd be
at
too
that
worried.
point, though, they could just shut down your banks. They would do the same.
That's true. They could probably just do that right now if they really wanted to.
Yeah, if you get arrested right now, all your accounts get frozen.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Unless you're living off the grid, which even then, off the grid is still land that the government owns.
Yeah,
So you're never really free anywhere.
that's true. God, what a sad thought. You know, like everything is just already owned by the people at the top, in a way.
I wouldn't even just say by the people at the top. It's just like, no matter what you were going to do, you go back to Roman times. So don't they say the Illuminati goes back to then? You were
Yeah,
fucked
but
then.
in Roman times, you could literally just be like in the city one day. Let's say you had an apprenticeship, like making swords or something, or like making pottery. Dude, I'm
love
just
it.
being
I love it.
realistic.
I love it. Keep
You
going.
just had, a random dude who's like, you know what? Like looks at his shop or like in a little aristocratic den where he's making swords, and he says, you know what? Hey, Balthasar, fuck you. Hey, Caesar, fuck you. I'm fucking out of here. Everyone's like, wait, what's this guy on? You know, he's like, fuck this town, fuck everybody that lives here, fuck the emperor, fuck all of y'all, I'm gone. You could probably just walk like 30 fucking miles in any direction you wanted to.
Yeah.
Reach a hill somewhere where there's some goats chilling on the mountain. You're like, I'm building my house here. Nobody fuck with me.
Yeah.
And then you just forever be that guy who just left the city and just lived
Until
out there.
clashing cities pull up again. Though.
Until you get some raiders that come by through the
And
area.
then you're fucking dead.
And then you're dead.
Yeah. He's probably like, fuck, I'm gonna not get any prostitution now.
He's like, look, I'm far from the city. I can't go to the brothels anymore. Fuck.
Yeah. He looks over the goats right there. He goes, nah.
No. Can't do it. Or he's like sitting in his house, right? Like somewhere in the European mountains. It's like a beautiful view, you know, the sun setting.
The food is shit.
The food, he's just like out there in the wild, right? Like sitting on like his house, like whatever area he's living in. It's all silent. You only hear the wind rustling through the mountains and pushing the grasses over near your feet. Silence. And then I imagine the next camera shot is like 500 meters out, you know, like really far away.
Yeah.
And you just hear I'm gay!
Yeah. I'm gay! You see the birds come out of the trees?
Yeah, the birds flutter from like the distance, like away.
I'm gay!
No! Fuck!
Living a peaceful ass life and just spazzes out.
Or the other one is, I imagine like a gladiator who did like 20 years fighting for his freedom, right? Like let's say he entered Rome as a slave from like some other country somewhere, fought for 20 years, earned his respect from the emperor. Emperor granted his freedom, gave him his money. He's like, all right, be on your way. This big ass burly guy, he's probably killed a hell of people, probably killed and wrestled lions and
By
bears
big,
and
we
shit.
mean like 5'6".
Like a big, huge 5'7" guy, stacked as fuck, Roman as fuck. And then he finally moves out into the country. He's like dying of old age, you know? I'm gay!
Yeah. I'm gay.
Fuck! Yeah, dude. But no, dude, like living in ancient times, though, since I'm kind of on the Roman tick right now.
At this point, we'd probably have died from something.
We would have died from something.
We're getting close to 30. That would have been something we would have died of.
This is considered, like middle to late
old,
age.
No? What's considered old in like the Roman days? 40? It's ancient?
Yeah, I mean, some emperors lived to be like 50-something years old. I would assume, yeah, like you probably wouldn't live more than like 55 years. Yeah.
Sickening.
Let's see. Average age. Oops, I can't even spell. Average age in Rome.
But you got to put it in the old days because that's probably going to pull up modern day Rome.
Oh, yeah. The age expectancy in the Roman Republic was about 35 years. However, this number is somewhat misleading as it is based on the age at death of the entire population, including infants, children, who had much lower life expectancy.
Fuck. So maybe 45 then? Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if you have babies dying under a year old, that like really messes with the numbers. You know what I mean?
Right. For adults, the life expectancy was probably closer to 25 years. So yeah, between 25 to 40 years, I would say, because like it's an average, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have those lucky few people who like probably didn't find themselves in situations where they could die early off or get sick or injured in any way where it would lead to death.
Yeah.
Then I would say, okay, maybe like a clergy member or somebody in government that's like, they have a cushy job and a nice life, and they don't, they're more pampered than the rest of society.
For sure.
Though I can see those people living, up to 40 years, something like that, and then people being like, damn, that's an old as fuck guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But I could see
people working like farm hands and shit like that.
Yeah.
Those people are working themselves.
Yeah, they work themselves to death essentially. They toil in the fields and in the stables for so long, their bodies break down, and there's no health services obviously back in those days. So
like you fucking cut your hand wrong, cutting the fucking carrots,
dude, and then you get sepsis and you die.
Done.
You get a septic infection, you die or whatever. Like maybe you get a cold that's a little too strong for your immune system at like 13, and then you pass away. Like a lot of those things are possible, but yeah, dude, I imagine like the one gladiator, so strong, so powerful,
makes it out.
Just like 40 years old. People were like, dude, that's the fucking guy. And then he stands in front of the people after he's won his last fight, blood covering his body. He's looking up at the emperor. Everyone's cheering. It's that pinnacle moment of his existence. He goes, I'm gay. And then silence in the entire stadium.
But it's okay because
they watch him leave.
Weren't dudes fucking dudes back in the Roman days?
Oh yeah, they were. Well, that's what I mean.
Really normal.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Gay! And everyone just goes, ah,
yeah. The crowd goes fucking nuts.
They're like, oh, look at
Dude,
it.
of course, yeah, they were like dudes were fucking dudes. Like they were fucking everybody back then. If you had a hole, it was getting
Bro,
fucked.
that's so wild if you think about that. That means like STDs and shit were so rampant back then. 'Cause they
Nobody
didn't know what
was
it
safe,
was.
bro. Nobody was safe. If you were like an attractive little boy in an apprenticeship, dude,
Raps.
it's raps.
Done.
It's fucked up.
You're paying for more than just your hands.
Dude.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. It was very common back in
But also,
those
if you
days.
think about it though, isn't it crazy that the Romans actually built like sewage systems and like running water and shit?
Yeah, they had aqueduct technology, and like
Wild.
Rome had very intricate, sewage systems and stuff.
I still got. Have you been to Rome?
Yes.
You've
Yeah,
been to
yeah,
Rome?
yeah.
I haven't been to Rome.
I've been twice.
I've only been to Florence.
Yeah, I've been twice. My favorite area is by the Pantheon. It's a little more in like it's like in the middle kind of, but it's in a really like, I was gonna say thick neighborhood, but everything's like really close together. Like the streets are very thin and small, and
Small.
there's a Pantheon area, and in one of those squares, or it's like a area cut out from all the rest of the buildings. In those surrounding buildings, there's a side street, and right on the corner there's a pizza place, and I still think like I can see it in my mind's eye with perfect detail. It's one of those where like you don't walk into the restaurant to eat. It's like one of those entrances where right at where the building begins, there's like an awning, there's 6 tables outside, and then there's the refrigerator and the counter, like right where the door would
I
be.
love that shit.
And then the rest of the restaurant is like the kitchen.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't walk
So, like,
inside to eat.
instead
You
of,
only
like,
sit outside.
In the like the what would be walkway, there's like that fridge where you could look in, and then like
They had the
where
pizzas
person
there,
stands
and then they're standing there.
That's fucking cool.
100% authentic, but these pizzas, bro, they were square. They weren't circular, bro. They were square. And I still think about like how crispy and good they were. And then I had a Coca-Cola, and my dad had a Heineken, and he let me drink some of the Heineken because I was 17, and he let me have some.
Oh,
of the
in Europe, it's all
Yeah,
it's all good.
Right. So he let me have some, and I remember that was like my first like experience drinking beer outside of the United States, and then like enjoying a pizza, and, like being in that moment. So I still to this day think about it like in extreme detail.
That's dope, especially since it's like your dad, like he's just being cool. And like when you're a little kid, you'd look at your dad as only your dad,
Right.
and then you're like, oh, he's cool.
You're like, whoa.
You
It was
know?
it was an awesome moment. Yeah. So then
I gotta take you to this place in San Diego. It's I think it's literally called Square Pizza Co. And
Where's this at?
It's like PB, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And it's like they cook them in these trays, right?
Oh.
And I think what they do to make it extra crispy, I think they sprinkle cheese before they put the dough in when they bake it,
Ooh.
so that every bite you literally hear that.
The crisp
It's
of
fucking
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
But keep going.
That's wild. Yeah, dude. So I remember that pizza place, vivid detail, because it was so good. The Coke that they gave me was like in a glass bottle. It was one of those like 300 milliliter ones. So it's like
Yeah.
the tall, fat ones.
Oh shit.
Dude, that one. And then when the guy opened it, you could hear the gas inside being released, like the psh, like even from the bottle cap. It was such a good one, so good. But yeah, Rome was awesome.
Italy. I gotta go back to Italy. I need a whole Italian vacation.
Yeah, there's and then in the same area there's a gelato place that had a watermelon gelato. The color of watermelon gelato. Rome, Italy. Let me see if I can find.
Roma.
I'm gonna zoom in here. Let's see the Pantheon. Okay, there it
Trying to
is.
think.
Yeah, so it was like, I'm gonna show you here on the map. You're gonna hear it on the microphone, but it was one of these like
Insane that you found it that quick.
Napoleano. There's like I see how it's right on the corner.
The problem is all these places are on a fucking corner.
Yeah, see, dude. See, that's kind of like what the food looks like. It's right by the square. Get like the pizzas in the bowl and weird shit.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, that one you can go inside. Okay, I don't think it was that one, but it's one of these like right in here,
I'm gonna guess this one.
somewhere in the corner.
It looks like a corner. No fucking
There's no
photos.
picture, but
fucking typical Europe. That's the thing that pisses me
yeah,
off the
there's
most
like
about
no
Europe,
pictures,
is
but
when I would Google things, there would be no pictures of anything anywhere.
right,
I'm
but
like, you guys suck.
but you see that area like that. Those couple blocks within that radius, like
Yeah.
that's where the pizza place is, right in the corner. And then there's a gelato place like on the opposite end over there.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I still like it's so crazy how when you visit those places and you have a genuinely good experience, like it could be anything small,
Yeah.
and then it's still sitting in your brain in perfect detail.
I think
great.
it's also because like when you go to European countries, obviously they're not changing the architecture from like the old places, but also in general, they're like, it feels like you're going back in time because
Oh, yeah.
Europe is
Yeah.
just genuinely behind as far as technology in the States and everything. But like, there's a beauty to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's
Whereas like
something.
everything here just has shitty same buildings, this, that, and the
It's
other.
like you can. It's like you can almost see like obviously you can see the history of the buildings because they're ancient, right?
Yeah.
But when you walk through those areas, you can like you feel the difference in the age of the architecture versus like when you're walking in the United States, it's like everything is modernized now and everything
Yeah.
has like the bland colors, like the
Yeah.
white and soft brown and black or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas like in Europe, you have like the intricately detailed facades of buildings. They have like these massive stone pillars and things are made out of fucking granite and all
Yeah.
these nice ass buildings and stuff. Things are outlined in gold and they have all these extra little details built
Or
into
even
them.
the floors are like just super nice little like all unique tiles and shit like that. You're
It's
just
like the really nice marble, super ancient, cool mosaic designs on the ground. Like
Yeah.
it's just a lot more ancient character, obviously, since people lived in Europe way before they lived in
the States.
modern times, quote quote, right, in the United States.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's something that I still think about. We should go back.
But definitely it's like one of those things where it's like, it's going to sound fucked up to say it, but like Italy used to be like a really strong country, empire.
Mhm.
Now they're just like a museum for the world, which isn't
Yeah.
a bad thing, I guess. But like,
Yeah, the only thing people go there to see is like those museums, the ancient
Yeah.
buildings, and then they go to the Vatican, and that's it.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do want to go. I have a couple trips that I need to go back to Europe. I want to go to the northern side of Europe, like Copenhagen, all the cold countries,
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I want to see Ireland, even though I know the food is ass. I don't really have like an itching to go to the UK, but I guess I would just to do it,
Just to see the land.
just to see the land. For sure, Italy.
I'd want to go
I
back
don't
to
love
Venice.
Paris, but I'd go back to Paris just as a stop by. just 'cause
Smelly.
It's like an obligatory.
Smelly city.
Yeah, it's a smelly little French town.
Yeah.
Everyone's douchebags.
No, we need to go to Venice
Yeah.
before it sinks into the ocean.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'd be one of those like, you visit the city. Obviously, like it's harder to walk around now because it's like more flooded. It rains a lot more now, and it's just harder to walk around there.
It'd
But
be a fun experience in that sense, though.
yeah, it would be. It'd be because it's so different. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then you'd get to experience a city before it like went under the. It got eaten by the sea.
Have you seen the video of the guy in Venice? I think his wife is taking the video, right? And he has an Alprol spritz in his hand. And then he goes, like, you know how like the little steps that go into the water?
Oh, is it where there's a
And he-
glass and the water's up against the glass?
No. He's like, it's literally just a regular Venice
Oh, okay.
staircase.
I don't think I've seen it.
So he's walking down and he steps on the last step, but it's like it's darkened from like whatever algae's growing on it.
Right.
And the dude steps on it, slips,
Oh no.
smacks his back, the drink goes flying. And I was like, dude, you really thought that was a good idea, you fucking idiot.
Oh my god,
Oh
dude.
my god, I think I got.
If I seen something like that, like in real life, I'm not saying that it was fake, obviously,
I'd
but
fucking
if
die.
I'd seen something like that actually happen to me in real life, I would laugh so hard. You would hear my laughter in the back of the video, like, and they would probably turn around, you'd see me laughing and pointing.
Oh fuck! I hope I got. Yes.
Oh god, let me see. Oh no. Dude, and he bruised his ass too. Those steps are solid as fuck.
You know he probably still feels slight pain from that today because that's straight.
Oh,
center
dude,
spine.
it was like
Where'd
right on the
drink
tailbone.
go? Where'd the drink go, bro? It's gone.
Dude paid 14 euros for that freaking
Yeah.
alcoholic drink, and
He
now it's
slipped
gone.
on his ass, and then his center back hits the middle step. Like, there's certain things where I see that, and I'm like, that looks slippery. I'm not going to do that. What was he looking to accomplish? And then now his feet are on the water?
He was. I think he wanted to like step into it, and then obviously the video show him like partially in the water, and then being like, "Woo!" Venice.
I was so glad I found it. And of course, it's a dude in like dad shoes, shorts, and a fucking
n-
polo.
because now you're like you just want it to be loose and crazy, and then you just got fucking embarrassed.
Because people think Europe, it's not a real place, Nah, bro. Oh, dude, and he's to the point right there where like even his shorts are in the fucking water. Dude, honestly, the video is only funny because he didn't smack his fucking dome. Like, he's lucky that he curled in, kind of. Because if he hits his head on the step, he's done. He's cooked. Like, that's literally a video of someone's death.
It's one of those videos that you see, like, if it were that bad, dude, you see it on Twitter, like, at 3 in the morning. It's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
dude splitting his brain open on the sidewalk.
And then you're like, I gotta go to bed.
All right, yeah, I gotta go to bed.
But yeah, no, I want to go back to Europe so bad. At some point.
That's funny. Yeah, we need to go back to Europe.
How do you think the Paris Olympics are going to play out?
I didn't even know the Olympics were in Paris.
They're in Paris this year.
Oh, well, it's going to be...
Do you think the rest of the world's going to finally know how shitty Paris
No,
is?
I think it'll be one of those things where, like...
They cleaned up the city.
They cleaned it up at the last minute like they did in L.A. when those Chinese officials came to talk to Gary Newsom.
And Newsom was like, don't worry, the city's
Oh, no, it was in
great."
San Francisco.
San Francisco. He
Yeah.
cleaned up the city right away. It's like, you couldn't have done that the whole time.
Wow. That goes to show, like, how easy it actually could be.
Yeah.
And they just choose not to do it. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, hopefully they don't have like a bed bug problem again. Because
they probably will.
The whole world's gonna have a bed bug problem.
Yeah, they
Did you see the
probably will.
videos where like they were on the trains and like they?
Oh, you could see him on the train, dude.
It was so fucking.
No,
gross.
I'd set the whole train on fire.
Yeah,
I'd literally set the train on fire, step out in between the cars, so like you have the gap, and then I would jump out and then just tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll into the water. I'm good.
Tuck and roll into the grass, into the water. I'm walking to my destination after that. There's no way in hell, dude. That's so disgusting.
I wouldn't mind a hairy Parisian girl for a day. No, I'm just like,
Dude.
that's what they're called, right? Parisians?
Oh my god.
People from Paris?
Yeah, Parisians. You're sick.
She would reek of slight cigarettes. It'd be all right for a day or two.
Hey, maybe you need something like that in your life
Sickening.
to even you out.
But it's been a great episode.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys same time next week. Have any closing statements there, champ?
No, I think we did a pretty good one today.
Pretty good one?
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. As Jaden said, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Yep. See ya.